Kristen Brindley with Nova Real Producers and DC Metro Real Producers, and our August issue. Brandon Frye, thank you so much for being with us. You are our partner spotlight, and Brandon's with Guaranteed Rate. If you haven't read his story yet, page 40 for the August issue. Brandon, honor to have you on. You all are a great partner of Real Producers. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me. Yeah, we love the partnership and everything you guys do.
Thank you. Well, and you all not only, I mean, Guarantee Rate as a whole did, I don't know, they did 90 billion last year, so rather gets it done. But you personally last year you did over 100 million. Like your team, you did over 100 million dollars in 2020, and then 2021, Washingtonian top mortgage professional, top producer, Guarantee Rate Presidents Club. Congratulations on all your
Thank you.
accolades. Yeah. And for any people that don't know exactly, don't know a lot about guaranteed rate and lending, can you tell our audience, like, what is it exactly that you do?
So me personally, I help my clients determine how much home they can afford when they're trying to buy a house. And then for my clients who already own a home, I help them refinance their current mortgage. So a lot of times we work to structure not only their mortgage, but other debts they have, whether it's a home equity line or any other lines of credit or debt that they have. And we can kind of structure those together to make sure that they fit their short-term and long-term financial goals. So whether that's lowering the monthly payment, lowering the interest rate, there's a number of benefits we can accomplish with the refinance, and we try to make sure we hit on all of those with them.
I love it. The whole picture and problem solving, and a couple great conversations about that. I love it. So did you
Yeah.
always think that you would be, a lender? Tell us about that. Did you, as a child say, I'm going to be a lender?
In kindergarten, I did. I raised my hand. I said, I want to be a mortgage lender. No, that's not how it happens for anybody that I know in the mortgage industry. I actually, before mortgage, played football, and I was playing. I played in the NFL for a few years. I was playing and starting at left tackle for the Seattle Seahawks at the time, and had a very serious neck injury where I was actually temporarily paralyzed during the play, and it was just a very crazy thing that happened to me. But that, long story short, that was the end of my football career. So I was kind of left trying to figure out what I was going to do next. And a good friend of mine who I went to high school with, his mother was a top producer for a mortgage company in the Southeast. And I ran into her in a grocery store, and she kind of asked what I was doing. And, one thing led to another. She said, you should come work with me. I can teach you about mortgage. You can make some good money with she knew I was a finance major at Virginia Tech and graduated with a finance degree. She was like, the math and the numbers will be easy for you. You're great with people, and you can make some money while you figure out what you want to do next. So here we are 12 years later, and I'm still doing it. And she was right. It's awesome. I enjoy it.
Yeah, you're well fitted to it, and your discipline from, being at the Seattle Seahawks and everything it took to do that, I'm sure plays into being a business person and an entrepreneur.
Yeah, it definitely translates with the freedom we have in this world, in this industry. The commission world, not the 9 to 5 corporate world. To make sure you're doing everything you need to do and to meet your goals. So it definitely translates.
Yep. So for you, like, what was the step-by-step process for that? Like, you started with her, and did she mentor you? And then, what
Yeah.
was the process? Because now you have a nice sized team. Like, tell us about that. How did that happen?
Yeah, so when I first started, I actually knew nothing about mortgage, and it was tough to get hired when you have no experience. But she took on the role of teaching me and training me, which she did a very great job of doing. And I basically just studied all of my products and all of our programs and all of our underwriting guidelines, and made sure I knew that stuff, in and out. Because if I don't know it, I can't go out and sell it and help people understand it and help people buy houses. So once I knew that the products, then I kind of got my sales shoes on and went out to real estate offices, open houses. I threw a couple first-time homebuyer seminars, and I remember my first seminar we ever did. We had 5 people come, and 3 of the 5 people bought houses, and it was awesome. And all 3 of them didn't think they could buy a house. So that was, to me, that was super awesome, and kind of my aha moment that I'm actually helping people, and just kind of got me motivated and excited to be in this industry.
That's fantastic. Home ownership, the dream, like helping people achieve the dream.
Yeah.
Um, well, so what do you think's been like most challenging and most rewarding for you?
Most challenging for me, the big thing that sticks out in my head right now is COVID. The last year and a half has been tough for me because such a big part of my industry, or my personal philosophy on how I run my business, is engaging with people and relationships. And it's really tough to do that without being face to face. Obviously, we have Zoom and we can connect with people that way, but at the end of the day, it's not the same as being there with somebody when they're signing their paperwork, or being with an agent. Meeting with them face to face and having that connection. It's very different. So while last year was a huge success, for my team and my business number wise, with the amount of people we helped and the loan volume that we closed,
Hmm.
it's also, I can't help but think of, I didn't get to see any of those people face to face and be at their closings and celebrate those awesome things with them. So that was very tough. Uh,
That makes sense.
the,
And what's been most rewarding? I agree with you. I think COVID's been tough for a lot of.
yeah, but the most rewarding thing is again is the helping people who really need it. The people that depend on you and don't think that they're going to get in that house, and you help them get there and achieve that goal. Or the people that have these very complicated financial situations and have to refinance to make it to their next, to stay in their house even. So when you're helping somebody with difficult situations and they lean on you and they trust you and you're able to get them there, that's super rewarding for me. And then obviously also all the relationships I've developed over the years with all my clients and realtors and financial advice, everybody that I work with, these relationships, I consider them my friends. So it's, that's an awesome thing.
That is an awesome thing. What do you feel like sets you apart, makes you different, and how you run your business? What makes you different?
Um, I'm actually a bit of a nerd, when to be a finance major and to have math be your favorite subject when you're growing up. Um, our industry is tough because it's such a hybrid role where you have to be able to do the numbers and qualify people, and you have to be super detail oriented to make sure you don't miss any red flags or anything, because when somebody's buying a house, you don't want to have missed something and then all of a sudden they can't close, and it's not a good situation. But to have the financial uh, background and the detail oriented skills and the problem solving skills, along with me being an extrovert. I always say I'm a nerdy extrovert. I like I can sit and look at tax returns for hours, but I also want to go to happy hour and hang out with people. So to have those two qualities together is definitely been helpful for me in this industry.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a rare thing when someone can truly be both those things. It's pretty great. So how do you find clients? What's your number one way that you receive clients?
So the majority of my business is based on referral. So I have past clients that refer their friends and family to me, and I have real estate agents that I work with, financial advisors, attorneys. So I have this network of people that I depend on to continue to help me, to let me help their clients and their friends and their family. So that's why it's always, my team. I talk to my team daily about making sure that we put ourselves in our customers' shoes and we take as much as we can off their plate and make it a good experience for them, so that they have a good experience with us and they'll go tell other people about it.
Love it. Relationship based. That is a tenet of real producers. So like tell me, this year, next year. So what have you been working on really over this past year? And what's important to you over the rest of 2021, 2022? Like what is it that you're trying to do?
So me personally, I've grown my team this year, and I now have two processors and an assistant and a marketing assistant, and we all mesh really well together, and we're kind of we had a big transition at the beginning of the year, and the first quarter was kind of getting a feel for how we would all work together well. And I think that in the last 3 months or so, we've been hitting on all cylinders. So it's great to see us working well, and it's exciting to see. I'm excited to see what we're going to be able to do going forward. So the goal for me and my team is to continue to help more people. So help more people buy houses, help more clients refinance and get in a better financial situation for themselves, help more real estate agents grow their business and be even more successful than they already are. And then, at some point, I imagine our team will grow even more and we'll help people, with a career and possibly bring another person on board and see what that looks like. So just helping more people at the end of the day.
No, I love it. And when we were speaking earlier, because I think in terms of, because all of our real producers, they really go get it done. And your capacity you've created, I'm excited about that for you, for how much you already do, and then the capacity of the room you've created to do even more and service everybody at a high level. So I think that was a pretty great thing I got to hear earlier. Good for you.
Yeah, we're excited about it.
So every business has like a secret weapon, someone that's really made a great impact or a habit that leads to their success. What has that been for you? Like, what's important for you?
Really, it kind of goes back to the whole COVID thing. For me, it's really the face-to-face time I get with my clients and with my agents. That's the backbone of those relationships. The more you can get to know the human side of people, I'm not just a person on a phone that's asking you about your credit score and your tax returns. I want to be at the closing table with you. I try to go to all of my closings. I want to meet and be a part of the team for all the agents I work with, and just be able to have a relationship where people can not be afraid to pick up the phone and call me or feel like they're burdening me because I'm always there. So that really gets built face to face. So whether it's going to lunch with people or hosting a lunch and learn with multiple people at one time, or going to real producer events and seeing people. So really just being face to face in front of people to build those relationships.
Speaking of humanizing, and if people haven't read your story yet, they definitely should. Real producers, read the story. Tell us about, you said a quote earlier to me and it hit me really hard. What's your favorite quote? I think it was an MLK quote. Like, what's your favorite quote, Brandon?
So yeah, it's Martin Luther King. It's the ultimate measure of a man is not where he stands in moments of comfort and convenience, but where he stands at times of challenge and controversy. So that just really resonates with me as a person, and it obviously applies as a business person as well. But just where you stand in those tough times, it's really easy to be confident and show your face when things are well. But when there's a problem that comes, or when things aren't so well, where are you then, and how do you handle those situations? So I'm a big believer that if there is a problem with as it pertains to work, if there's a problem with the file or with a customer, or something's not good, we need to figure it out and we need to address it in a great manner, in a calm manner, and try to spin it to be a positive or problem solve it. But you can't not address those situations and not be available for people when things aren't well.
Well, and when we were talking earlier, I think you're kind of private, I think, because of your whole background and, you were with the NFL and all that. But like, when you talk about being a dad too, like, you kind of lit up. Like, do you want to, just say anything about like your family,
I love my girls. That's the most fun part of the day for me, is when I get to go home and see my girls. And when I say my girls, I mean my wife, Melissa, and then my two daughters, Jasmine and Aria. So they are, Jasmine will be 4 next month, and Aria just turned 2 earlier this year. So they're super close and they're best friends. They love on each other all the time. And, to hear that daddy when I come through the door, and to be able to play with them and see all the cool things that they're into, and, just it's awesome. So that's definitely my favorite thing to do.
Thank you for sharing with us. I really appreciate it. Well, if y'all haven't, read his story, make sure you do in the August issue. And, you heard it here at Real Producers. Thank you, Brandon, so much for being a very valued, great partner.
Absolutely. And thank you guys again. Keep the awesome events coming. We love everything you do. It's, the whole reason we do this is because we want to support the success and celebrate the success of the realtors that obviously you and I both partner with. So it's awesome, and we are glad to be a part of it.
Thank you. Have a good day, everybody.
Thanks. Bye.